So I was telling the other group about Spelljammer Slicin because like that other group is where I first played Slicin, and they got to see like early Slicin,
Hmm.
which is a lot more like dreary. I don't have opinions. I don't
Hmm.
feel like I have a future mega depressing goth Slicin of
Hmm.
game, as opposed to the little shit eating dreary goth Slicin that you know who
Hmm.
messes with people. And they got to see like the character growth because
Hmm.
Slicin was originally an NPC meant to play apprentice to Snake Witch Harka,
Hmm.
because our party, who originally had two other spellcasters, had only one other spellcaster after one of those spellcasters died.
Hmm.
So Harka's subclass, which was reliant on forming a coven of three members, and no one else in the group other than one other person had spell slots, needed, you know, a third
Hmm.
member. So I said, Harka's getting pretty skilled. Maybe she'll take an apprentice. And the DM said like, okay, make a level 4 wizard NPC and set up a narrative introduction and all of that. It's going to cost you resources. You're going to have to uplift this character out of your own pocket. And I did that. I did all of that happily.
That's
I was
neat.
very happy to do it. I love the idea of having an apprentice
Hmm.
to train mid game.
Hmm.
Uh, and that's how Islyson happened. Islyson was originally just like a funny little joke character that was just supposed to be there as a slot slut, a slot slave.
Hmm.
That became something more. And you guys, and they saw Islyson go from like just soulless NPC joke character to full character that was very like depressed and a bit tortured by her situation, to starting to realize, oh, I do have opinions. I do like things. I am my own person.
I'm a real person
I'm a
now.
real elf. Well, I'm not an elf. I'm a sentient mass of shadow stuff and proto matter, but still,
I'm a real thing.
I'm a real thing. But yeah, I'm starting to realize that, and as that campaign with that other group was ending, it's like I'm starting to get a bit better at like conversing with people and having opinions and making decisions and being able to actually do something and derive enjoyment from it, instead of it all just feeling the same all the time, no matter what it is. Uh, so yeah, that's, and they saw like the very beginnings of that, and then you guys in the one shot got to experience like what a slicing would become with more time.
Which I love.
Yeah, like she's still same old dreary elf that she's always been, but she's got like a little more something in there.
She's all the sass with no ass.
Yeah, literally with no ass.
That
It's
was
like,
the joke.
yeah, it's licensed got the Sarah plain and tall build, also known as the Elven Common. Uh, Sarah plain and tall. It's fun to say with his licensed voice. His licensed voice is just fun to do. It's definitely up there with the Wretch voice as one of my favorites. Just do for funsies. It's a very easy voice to do. Ace Lyson, Wretch, and Last are my favorites to like do voices for. Now imagine all three of those characters in a room together. Um, but Brain, come back. I need you. I've been thinking about Cyberpunk 2077.
Gonna say, what is with the Twitter thing that you posted, though? I found it.
Oh, fuck it. What? It's just various edits of Johnny Silverhand saying things completely not edited at all, I promise.
Not out of any sort of context. He said
Yeah,
this all in full knowledge.
they definitely didn't perfectly clip his lines. And then play dramatic music with captions. In Night City, you can cock. uh... Oh, fuck it! Oh, God. Johnny Silverhand, ladies and gentlemen. It's not perfect. It's not what they promised. But it's still one hell of a ride, that game.
This was the meme you're talking about, by the way, that I had posted before.
Let's see. Yeah, the defrosting has begun.
You can just hear in the distance the bells.
It sounds muffled. It's muffled. You can hear it through the ice. She's been encased in the tomb of Levistus for a year.
But it seems that every year it comes a little sooner than it should.
Oh my god, that's actually a good D&D like story beat. It's like a red cap that is cursed to suffer the imprison spell and be encased in ice for the whole year except for 1 month, for like 11 months out of the year.
But suddenly now it seems to be that every year it's getting a little earlier and earlier till it's actually becoming a problem.
The magic is fading. Exactly. Oh, and it was great, because, I'm playing the brightest timeline Fortune, Human Fortune Ceres in the other game. Because I was expecting to switch to Duran in this game, but didn't for... I don't know, I might switch to Duran fully in this game soon. It depends, because, like, the story beats picked up again on Fortune. She has a reason to stay for a little longer. I wanted her to go on downtime for a bit, because she's got a few reasons to right now.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, and Duran was supposed to, keep an eye on you guys. It still might happen. I'm not trying to get rid of her permanently, but just there's some narrative reasons for Fortune to say, I need to go back home to Croatia, not Croatia, to Siagog, and keep some things in order, and work on some constructs, and fix some guns, and I have so much I need to get done. And I think I might be violating the terms of my Warlock Pact, so I need to check on that. There was a lot of shenanigans happening. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. But anyway, so yeah, playing, the brightest timeline Fortune in that game. I might actually pull her from that game instead of this one, because presence in this one is more important. and the other one was just sort of a stand-in while I finished my. It was literally we needed an engineer for the ship, like really bad, and the DM is encouraging us to like have our backups as part of the crew. So that's just crew members switching in and out. And originally I had planned to play something else, like someone else for that, but because we need an engineer so bad, he just said, I mean, there's the best fucking engineer I know in all of my character roster. Why not? Why not thick French goth engineer for the ship?
Thick French engineer. That's how characters like my Sylvia go away. They just find a thick goth GF and stay on a boat somewhere.
Dimitri, help! I've gotten stuck in the engine compartment.
I got stuck in the engine compartment. I was reloading the cannon and I got stuck.
Captain, help! I'm stuck in the engine compartment. I was working on the crystal matrix. So they dropped a fucking sandwich in here. It's calcified.
What's all that noise? Oh, we're actually helping me. Shit. It did not go how they said it would.
God damn it. We made that joke one time in the other group because she actually got stuck once.
Mm-hmm.
And now we keep making it every session.
Well, of course. It's necessary at that point.
Yep. Like, it just went to work on the engine, nat 1 on Tinker's Tools, just like, you got stuck. It's like, small, you got stuck, you were too pitched in, you couldn't reach the thing you were working for. And I just said it just slipped out. Captain, I'm stuck!
Oh, in a RP I do with somebody, the running gag, like, throughout different ones that we do, is that on occasion, married couples get a washing machine gifted to them. And if not that, it's like the whole,
I mean, that's somewhat normal for married
No.
gifts.
You know what I mean, the meme.
I know. Yeah.
But yeah,
you know, help your kids get along.
No, it's the thing, like, the joke would be that once they've gotten that out of their system, they'd like, it's like the next person, the washing machine is like beat up and old, that's the joke. You know, that it needs to be fixed, so when they give it to someone else, like, it's a fixer-upper. Okay, so, you know, whoever tries to fix it next, because it's like, okay, well, it's a free washing machine, I don't want to give it a wet.
The
Why am I stuck? Like, they're legitimately stuck in it, though. Not oh, I'm stuck.
The port is small, and it's a very deep washing machine. You gotta get in there to, like... And, you know, there's a lot of nooks and crannies for your socks to get stuck in, so you gotta just crawl in there a bunch. It's terrible.
It's so hilarious. So fucking funny.
Well, that was one of my favorite bits with engineer human Ceres, non-tiefling, brightest timeline. Alright. Which one of you fuckers were eating in my engine room, and you dropped the fucking sandwich in the engine compartment?
Oh, I'm having fun playing Awen, by the way. I'm just super excited with her. I don't know why she's special to me now.
You are starting...
She wasn't even special when I made her. Like I literally started her in Spelljammers.
Hey, that's how it happens. Islyson wasn't special. Fortune wasn't special.
I think it's because the name.
Awen?
Yeah, because I told you what I did. I took that race that one artist doesn't fucking deserve to have made, the Scar Foxes.
Yeah.
And I told you I put my own lore around it.
Yeah.
So that name means something to me. Because it was an anagram. So whenever I forget how to spell her name, I just say what the phrase is supposed to be.
I don't remember you telling that story. Huh. I don't remember you telling me the story behind anyone's name before. So, the more you learn.
Well, all right. Well, you remember what the scarf foxes look like, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So out of boredom, and because I love the designs people came up with and all kinds of that stuff, um, I came up with my own lore, and it was really, it's kind of embarrassing to admit
Oh,
because I
Beach.
know it's flawed, but it was kind of my own. This is kind of cute, but I need to make it like there be a big flaw in them. You know what I mean? So what they were was supposed to be companions to people. Like they were tall, but they could change size. And they were big, but once again, they could change size. They were fluffy. They were meant to be comforting. They were supposed to be creatures that sought out people who were lonely,
It's
those who were vulnerable,
it's that
and
it's that throw race homebrew
the
D&D.
the that they would seek out people who were vulnerable, and they would be whatever you needed them to be. If you needed a mother in your life, they would mother you. If you needed a brother, you wanted a sister, lover, whatever you wanted, they would be there for you.
I need someone to
And
brother.
the thing is that they would stay there with you for however long your lifespan is, because their lifespan is fucking so ridiculously long.
So it's a foster's
And
home for imaginary friends kind of deal.
uh, uh, sort of, but here's the deal: it's still not done.
With fosters,
Um,
though.
Still not done here because they would stay with you. Now, let's say if you had one as a lover and you found happiness elsewhere, and you probably let them go, like a teddy bear or that comfort blanket. Fine, you can go. But the main purpose was never that. The main purpose is that they took in willing participants, because the whole point is that they stay by you. And let's say you never find acceptance in your family, and that this one that you called your brother for your life is the one that's standing by you as family. And eventually one day they'd ask you, would you like to be one of us? Like tempting them so far down the line
It's
with
how
such an
this.
innocent question. If you really love this as your brother, would it really hurt to be one of them? You could say no. That's perfectly fine. People live with them and it's perfectly fine. Then, no threat. But for those who say yes, they get assimilated.
They're scarf devils.
Willing. Yeah, willingly assimilated. They only take the willing.
Air quotes.
Well, again, it's by emotional manipulation
Yeah.
of being there. So you feel like you sort of owe them everything,
Mm-hmm.
or, all that. So,
Yep.
in a way, I realized I made them parasitic.
Yeah, that's I mean that's pretty cool. You give them like the devil shit where it's like they cultivate people.
So
They're
when I
gardening.
was when I was asked by the person I was doing that with, they said, "Okay." The question that came up a lot was, "Do I still retain who I was if I were to be assimilated?" And my answer
So
to that off the bat, like, because I didn't think about that, I thought, yes, you retain your personality and everything, but you change your name and your look, and you change your name because you've been rebirthed into a new person. Why do you need to retain your old name?
what you could do is you retain your personality, but you
Yeah.
lose your memories. So you're
The,
you with a new
well,
self.
no, here's the thing. The reason I wanted them to retain their memories of at least their skills and what they can do is that way they're building their own society back up. But, they need people who have certain skills,
Well,
or certain skills that might benefit them. It was never really fully
yeah,
worked out. It was just a thing I literally came up with on the fly, looking at
yeah.
their designs, and it made me like laugh seeing some of these. And like one that had hair that looked like a Japanese design. I'm like, oh, well, that woman was a Japanese woman before, she got assimilated. So that's why she has like a unique look to her, but it's still one of the collective.
Yeah. Well, I was giving notes on that because, I mean, you could look at like undead in D&D because
Mm-hmm.
they do that. Like, for instance, on a lot of undead, you see the languages it knew in life is listed, but it's also specifically stated, like on skeletons, for instance, it lists that, but specifically on the information of skeletons, they are soulless. The person that was there is gone, and something new has been placed in that void. And it went into something with like Freaky's theory on how undeath and spells like Speak with Dead and stuff work.
Mm-hmm.
In the body, the place that the soul once filled shapes to the soul. So it keeps like the vague shape, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where all like the memories and the experience and all of these things alter the shape, quote unquote, of like that empty spot that the soul usually fills. And when the soul leaves the body, when the body dies, and you use like animate dead or create undead to fill it with like this negative mockery of a soul, this negative mockery of a soul fills in the empty space that it once inhabited. And when it does that, it slightly takes the same shape, but also it's a virulent, violent thing, so it reshapes it somewhat. The shape is damaged in the process. But that's how it does it, and that's how Speak with Dead works without actually resurrecting them. Is it's just reading the grooves and the shapes left in the body by the soul. Like the grooves on a record, how it plays the sound.
Ooh.
That's how it works. And that's why undead created from the corpses of warriors are good warriors, and why they retain languages, and why ghouls seem to retain memories from their life even though the person who has died is actually gone. Like if you cast True Resurrection on someone who is turned into a ghoul, the ghoul does not die or become a different person or anything like that. And ghouls are sentient, they can talk. Yet they're still somewhat like the person you just resurrected, and the person you resurrected is actually there, soul and all. Because the ghoul isn't actually that person. They're a hollow corpse that had an empty space in it, roughly the shape of that person's soul and experiences, that was filled with something unnatural and evil. And that's how undead work in D&D. This is Freaky's theory. It's never expressly stated other than that you make a foul mockery of life and fill the body with it. That's all we really get.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You want to see something comical?
What?
I thought I heard comical speak.
Oh.
No, what? No, I didn't.
No, I said I thought I heard you speak.
Yeah, okay.
See, the reason I was doing the thing I was saying for the individuality to have the personality, because that it would explain, because I love everyone's versions of these fucking things. And yeah, that's why it's called that, AWIN.
Yeah,
that's all you will ever need.
Damn.
Yeah, but it explains like why they could all wildly look so different, because they're all so many different kinds of people. One was a swimmer, one was like a warrior, one was a Japanese maiden. Who the fuck knows? They all had different backgrounds. They came from different people, literally. So that way, like, every single look could be valid. Because again, I hated the exclusivity that creator just wanted them all to be uniformish in terms of, this is what you can do. These are the color palettes. You can't do this. Like, fuck you. This person wanted to add butterfly wings, which would go against what you want. Fuck you. They did it anyways.
What you do is you make the actual lore and information behind the race so charming nobody wants to go against it. That's how you make it work.
Yeah.
That's
But
how
it
you
was
make
just
people
like
not do it.
it was a personal thing, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I came up with that, and I came up with the name and the anagram. So when I decided to name my character that, I was really on edge thinking, oh god, watch me fuck up this character with the name that I love so much. I gotta do her right. I gotta make sure I give her the care attention I gave my thought about this.
Welcome to the teal conundrum. Wanting so bad for it to work, but it just not wanting to work.
Well, it's not that it didn't work, it's that I'm afraid I'm gonna fuck it up.
Yeah. Oh, I was there. And then I
what's
did,
not working?
apparently. Oh.
Oh no.
Hayden was talking about her concerns about Awen and how worried she was that she might not go right after she put all that love and attention into it. And I said, welcome to the teal conundrum.
Yeah, because I was telling him what I based that name Awen didn't belong to this character. It belonged to a fictional lore of a drawing of race, the scar foxes. Those things. If you don't remember, William, go put it in shitpost then.
Yeah, that one that you wanted to get
Yeah.
like a model done for, but
Yeah.
you thought like there was like legal stuff.
No,
like,
that it
maybe
was
you could.
fucking expensive. That's what it is.
Now I'm thinking about
Yeah,
like
because like doesn't someone have like a copyright on that or something? So like you might not be able to actually get one for reasons.
They have like, it's not technically a copyright, but basically I just didn't want backlash for making something about this because it is technically someone else's art, you know, and it's almost like copying, but not really. But the name Awen, I like looked at these boxes and I love them so much. I made up my own lore behind it so I could throw it into a roleplay I was doing. And Awen is an anagram for their races, for the race. So when I named my character that, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm invested in her now because I don't want to disgrace this name. This is my favorite little anagram thing I ever came up with, and it's actually like almost a name. It's not obvious. Like Dracula spelled backwards.
Yeah. I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, a lot of people don't recognize that. And it's like it's insanely iconic, like the Alucard thing.
Yeah, I didn't recognize it for a long while either.
You didn't?
Well, no, because I wasn't really super into looking into that shit at first.
What was the first use of that? Was it Castlevania 64?
I don't know. I thought it was so painfully obvious that everyone would notice instantly. The whole like Alucard is just drafted backwards.
Or because Alucard sounds like an actual name versus like if it sounded a little bit more gibberishy.
It sounds like an
let's
actual name in a
see.
fantasy world, yeah.
It was in a let's see. The first time Dracula's name was spelled backwards to make an entirely new character was for the 1943 horror film Son of Dracula. In this film, Alucard is, in parentheses, unsurprisingly, the son of the famous vampire.
I like how they had to put that way. Like, all right.
Unsurprisingly. I mean, I like that. Since all the way back in the 40s, it's always been that way. That's really nice.
But yeah, William, that's what that stood for. I'll say it again. So long story short, I kind of gave them like a parasitic lore background of attaching themselves to people who are lonely or desperate or need someone to be there with them. And be there long enough as a life companion in terms of anything they would need. Mother, father, a brother, a sister, a pet, whatever they needed them to be, they'd be there for them. And essentially down the line, either A, you finally grew up past them, like an old abandoned teddy bear you had from childhood, or B, you felt like they were your best, closest person to you, and one day they just ask you, would you like to become one of us? And thus you'd be assimilated into the fold.
Oh, jeez.
Which,
Assimilated is never a good word.
well, I say assimilated because you would technically turn into one of them. And it's not like a simple, small process. It happens all at once. Not painful, because again, that's probably another question people have is, will it be painful? No. I give you love. I comfort you. Why would I ever do anything that puts you in pain?
That makes me think there's a SCP called Guardians of the Innocent,
Mm-hmm.
where it's literally like a child sleeping at night, and a monster made of shadow comes out from under their bed, and
Mm-hmm.
their stuffed animal literally comes to life and just makes like weapons to fight them off.
Yes, that's so cute, actually.
Here's a really cute video about it. But the thing is, like, you would think it's like defending them. No, it's like the two of them go off to like one side of the room and then duke it out. Like the thing isn't trying to attack the child. At least it's like it has to defeat the stuffed animal first, and then it can attack the child or something. I don't really remember. I only watched it once, but it's a really cute video.
Sounds good. The reason behind my lore thing was because I also wanted everyone's ideas to be valid. Because, like I said, the artist had a certain look that they wanted them to have. Like, you can't have these, but this is the color palettes you're allowed to use. Which I hated that. I wanted someone to be able to make this fucker, and then someone else to be able to make this fucker, and hey, guess what? Still canon, still within the lore, still perfectly fine.
What was
those are two separate people in their lives, maybe different time periods even. Who the fuck knows? But they could all still be canon to each other.
What's the like you have to do this color? Like what color is it?
Let me see. It's on DeviantArt. Jesus Christ, I've not looked up DeviantArt in a long while. Let me see.
Oh man, DeviantArt. DeviantArt.
Yeah.
I used to troll that site a long time ago. It's like there's legitimately good art on there. Did Astro say whether or not he was coming?
He said he'd probably come. I'm not sure. Said he probably will come, so I don't know.
You've been on Astro is typing.
I lived, McFuckers.
Hello.
I forgot they have their own website for this. There's lore. Available traits.
Have you been on VR chat in a while, Eddie?
No, I haven't. Why, what's up?
No, I'm just curious.
No, not yet. I haven't had my adventures of Payday quite yet. Oh my god, did someone make like a Neopets version of Scarf Foxes? The frick?
Neopets.
It's like, it looks like it.
God, that is so old.
Scarf Foxes are considered magical living dolls that are fully aware, sentient, and identify with different personalities and interests just like humans. They are extremely flexible and do not have bones. Scarf arms are attached to the body and cannot be removed. Their general height ranges between 4 to 8 feet tall. These creatures are empowered by magic and use gifts to interact with their environment and each other. One features that distinguish Scarf Foxes like any other creature is that instead of blood, they have a special mist in their bodies. Like a human, when hurt, in place of blood, mist will leak up. If this happens, they fix themselves or get help. It is said that there are some Scarf Fox that have no mist in their bodies called hollows. They are currently a mystery. It is said that our Scarf Fox are people given another chance at life, thus are reborn. It's a closed species, means technically you're not allowed to make your own Scarf Fox.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Yeah.
when I asked you earlier.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I was looking it up. Despite this, there are many ways to obtain a Scarf Fox. Auctions, flat sales, raffles, custom, and events. So congratulations, William. Let's say you and I want to get one of our own, or make one of our own. Oh. Technically, you're not allowed. Okay. What if I want one? Auction, let's see. Let's see. Sometimes just auto buy.
I mean, it's art on the internet. People are gonna make their own.
Yeah, but it's so exclusive. It just hurts. Like, oh.
Yeah. Did you see that art that someone made with NFTs? It was a
Please tell me someone made a giant NFT with NFT art.
It was someone made what is that called? Where it's like a bunch of different pictures
collage?
making another one. Collage, yeah. They made a collage of a right hand right clicking.
I love it. Oh, I love it. I love
NFTs.
the petty. I love the petty.
Have you ever heard of the art student who made a wedding dress out of divorce papers, Payday?
No, I haven't, but I already love them and want to be their friend.
They were in a newspaper, and the headline was "The world's most cynical art student makes a wedding dress out of divorce papers." Oh, it was hilarious.
I wonder if each individual paper was from a different divorce, or if it was.
I think it was just like the forms like that you need to fill out for a divorce. I don't think they were actually filled out.
Yeah.
It would have been even better if each of them were scans of different divorces that happened.
I mean, divorces are like a public legal procedure, so probably could have gone to a courthouse and actually gotten the documentation.
So they tell us that would have been a lot more expensive than having one legal divorce paper and then just printing it at home many, many times. Because you're going to get rid of it. It's not like it's going to be a legal document.
I know, but payday is important for like the shenanigans.
Yeah, but the amount of effort already putting into it.
Payday. It's an art student.
Fair
But
enough.
like, would they, as an art student, like, would they be able to afford being able to do that?
Exactly.
William, a Chinese art student just painstakingly made a very real-looking, like, human baby analog out of various meat products to just eat in public for, like, a show.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Fucking Amazon. I clicked on diapers on accident once on my main page because I was trying to get to the Amazon deals of the day, and now I keep getting it in my pick up where you left off or items to consider, like all these fucking little diaper things. I'm like, stop. You actually used to show me things I wanted to look at.
We know you're an American female nearing her 30s, and you looked up diapers once. Would you like all of this baby stuff?
You know how many times I look up candles and you only show me once candles?
But candles
I'd rather
aren't as
look at
trendy.
candles.
They don't sell as much when it's trendy.
Fuck you. I'm a female 30-year-old white woman. You don't think I don't want magical smoke and smell like candles in my room?
No, Petty, you don't understand. The marketing executives don't know that.
They do, because I bought the fucking candle about 5 times. I'm a repeat buyer of this specific item.
Yeah, but they don't know that. They sit in their office all day and don't actually look at the papers.
The only thing
all of my recommendeds are either kitchen utensils or cat toys.
at least they're doing the right when I keep looking at stylophones and they keep trying to recommend me stylophones.
I don't have an Amazon account, so...
Oh, there's a welcome mat that says definitely not a trapdoor.
Please.
I need to put that in a campaign at some point. This is in no way a trapdoor.
I mean, I pick up the welcome mat.
No, I pick up the welcome mat and I keep it with me.
Yes.
You don't return that shit. You put it. You
It's
go
attached
to
to a tripwire that does the trapdoor 5 feet away from the welcome mat.
What
I
you
mean,
do
that
is
might work. Yeah.
Vicky, what you do is you take that mat, you take it with you, so next time we go to a dungeon, you just actually leave it on a trapdoor. In the
Damn.
middle of the dungeon.
Damn. I don't think any of us are chaotic evil enough for that, though.
You don't tell me last. I know fucking Ash would do that for funsies.
Exactly, but I don't think any of us are. Like in this game.
Oh, not in this game, but I'm talking about in general.
Oh, there's a really nice looking chair, but it's $150, and I'm like, fuck that.
Chair for what? Gaming chair or something?
No, it's like this really nice, fluffy looking chair. Like,
Post.
yeah, here, I'll put it in shit posting.
That's what shit posting's
Wait,
for.
no, that's not.
No, that's the Guardians.
Hang on, copy image. Paste. Okay, why isn't this? Fuck it, I'll do a screenshot.
Yeah, I usually have to use snip.
There we go.
Ooh. That is a fancy looking chair that looks like it'll be comfortable for a while, and then when you sit in it for too long, it's going to be deflated.
Let's see.
I like
It's made
its look,
of
though.
alloy steel and plastic. It's for office sleeping and gaming.
Sleeping?
It's style contemporary.
I mean, it looks like you could take a nap in that thing. Not ultimately comfortable, but comfortable enough to take a nice nap.
I guess.
It looks padded enough for it. The problem is the legs flare. I like it, but I can see it being an ass thing to try to put somewhere, and the legs sticking out from where you want it to be
To be
sitting.
fair, they don't look like they... Oh yeah, no, they don't... the legs don't stick out farther than the actual arms do. Here's another view of it.
Okay, it's the camera angle. Got it.
There are like 15 different colors. There's beige, blue stripe, brick
Yeah, it's a
red,
lot.
burgundy.
It is a chair.
God
But-
damn.
Usually, even chairs like that don't come with that many, so that's interesting.
Fair.
I looked up. I was seeing those Ultimatones?
Yeah,
I
the
don't know. Yeah.
automatones.
Hmm.
I want to try one of those.
I did.
I
So
don't want to own one. I just
I was
want to
like-
play with one.
I was like, ooh, Hello Kitty. And then I saw snip.
I still like when they play the Spider-Man 2 pizza theme on them.
Yes, exactly. All the memes. I think about that.
Wait, what?
When they play the Spider-Man pizza theme.
Wait, Spider-Man pizza theme?
You don't know?
Oh.
Hold up.
Here you go, freaky. There you are.
William
Definitely
never
not a
played
trapdoor.
Totally not. William never played Spider-Man 2.
I've never played any of the Spider-Man games.
So fun fact, Spider-Man was a delivery boy for pizza
Yeah.
in part 2. Also, hold on.
Pizza time.
I was like,
Pizza
oh,
time.
the Ultimate. Then I saw $39.99. I was like, fuck you.
I mean, that's not bad.
Well, I mean, for a novelty.
I guess.
There's the music, William.
Yeah.
Ah.
Don't you love it, William?
Hang on, I haven't started playing it yet.
I also posted a video of someone just playing the game so you could see what happened. The web swinging mechanics in that game were so fucking
Oh
good.
my fucking god.
Da-da-da-da-da.
I have heard this music so goddamn much, and I didn't know this is where it came from.
Yep.
Now
Oh,
you
fuck's sake.
understand.
I was originally like, oh, this is like kind of sea shanty-ish. Like, oh, that's really neat.
What?
Like the first few seconds, I was like, oh, it kind of sounds like a sea shanty.
I guess, yeah.
Like the doodly 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 doodly.
I could see where you get that from,
The very beginning,
Oh,
yeah.
but now I found this freaky.
Or it sounded like the first few notes of the Irish drinking song. Gather around you, that's the master set. God.
Like someone just stirs up as Spider-Man.
Yeah. I think we
Oh,
just
and then-
saw that once.
I can't believe this is where this fucking music came from.
I'm sorry. Someone else took the time to also put that for the video. Instead of Spider-Man, it's the
Yeah,
actual thing.
yeah, someone did mod the automaton in there.
Oh my god.
Oh, sometimes this is why I love the internet.
I get creative people just trying to make other people smile. I've noticed Team 4-Star on their Team 4-Star Bento channel are doing a creators commentary watch along for the series. I don't want to watch
What
it
series?
for Team 4-Star, the actual Dragon Ball Z abridged.
Ah, okay.
I don't want to watch it because the last time I watched that, when they did it for Hellsing Ultimate, they spent half of it saying that it was jokes of their times. We're so sorry. Oh, I'm not proud of this. It made me feel actively disgusted with them. Not because, oh, how could they, woke culture. It was because they, as artists who genuinely made something to make everyone smile, became disgusted with their own work and apologized for literally doing something they only made to make other people happy, with no other intention. It was pure, and they turned on it like that, and that is disgusting to me to see as an artist. Is that something you made that never had ill intentions in the first place has now been twisted, and you retroactively see it as ill and bad for the world when it was never meant to hurt anyone ever in the first place. Even if the jokes were cringe or didn't age well, so what? You never made them to hurt anyone in the first place. That was never the
That's-
intention. Why are you fucking apologizing like it was? What the
That's
fuck is
really
wrong with you? You're
weird, 'cause, like,
spitting in just everything.
Takahata uses like the Alucard voice all the time in his in like the VTuber thing.
Yeah. You'd have to... Actually, I recommend not watching that watch along. It's a fucking info hazard if you are someone who, you know, has ever made something just to make other people smile and felt like that was a good thing you did, only to have now this terrible thing of people who do that retroactively deciding it was a bad thing, even if that was never their intention in the first place. Like, that disgusts me more than ever, like, making jokes that would age poorly. You never did it to hurt anyone. Why are you acting like you did? Why? It doesn't matter if it did. You never intended it to. You never made it to be a destructive force, and now you're treating it like it is one.
I never knew there was a thing behind that. Jesus, that's why I stopped getting into that genre. I enjoyed it. Oh, it's going downward spiral. What downward spiral? I'm not paying attention to that anymore.
That's why I'm not gonna watch that watch along. Like,
So,
I refuse to.
There you go. If you like 3D software, I like that little parody that someone made.
That made me so fucking miserable for so long at a time in my life when I did not need to be any more miserable. To see
What's
them
up,
just
kitty?
fucking turn on it like that.
What? What do you want? You're just yelling at me. What do you want?
See, now you have a cat version of my dog, where she just barks. The video I posted, the Welcome to 3D software, the first comments on there says, I love, because she makes fun of Adobe software in there too. And the first comment on the video is that you can see is, I love how Adobe shared this. I can't tell if they're super dense or someone on their social team has a sense of humor for a change.
I think everyone who's gonna be here is here.
Yeah, because
Probably.
yeah, because Astro's not in Ghost.
Master and
Did-
Ghost, yeah. Maybe something big is going down in, like, in the Philip. Oh no.
I mean, Astro did talk about
In
why he's not
Indonesia?
joining. So.
Oh yeah,
I know, but I'm
What?
thinking like ghosts.
No.
So okay, nothing
No.
big's going down. Okay, I
No.
don't know. I was thinking like family
No.
drama caused by political dispute, maybe.
I think it's just
No,
like a personal thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Boston. I haven't heard any news about that.
It's weird
Nothing's
that it
happening
has
so
happening
far.
with both of them. But I know Astro's connected in some way.
Astro's in Canada. He's.
I'm not talking
I
about
think-
where he is. I'm talking about like him and Ghost talk about. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing right now. It's my brain's in 6 different places at once right now. I need to focus. Actually, yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm starting to realize my brain crossed wires there. That's not how that works. Ricky, your brain. Initiate neurons.
Initiating neurotoxin.
Oh no.
that
Oh no.
that was I don't know if you guys watch PMC more at all. It was like one of my favorite jokes of his, where like he reads like Twitter things, and he's like, "Alexa, release the serotonin," and another person
Unleashing
replied,
neurotoxin.
and then someone else replied, releasing neurotoxin," and the first person was like, "Alexa, no!"
Yeah, I know the ones you're talking about.
oh I love that.
I like the ones where they use like actual synthesized voices of GLaDOS and Wheatley. It's the thick as oatmeal. Am I thick? People on the internet call me thick. What does that mean?
I absolutely love PM Seymour.
I mean, now I'm thinking about like how is GLaDOS thick, but I guess the vague shape of the giant robot eyeball machine thing has like a.
Have you ever seen like the theory, like the GLaDOS is like an upside down woman thing?
It could be a very, very vague design thing, but I mean, we know like they like made an engram of a girl named Carolyn's brain, and that's what they made GLaDOS out of. We know that part.
No, I think Carolyn was just an AI. Like there was never actually.
No,
No, she was a person.
Yeah.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, it's implied that Shell was her child, even. But I don't think
Ah.
that's true. But she was the child.
Yeah,
there.
because I do remember like the potato display on like the Bring Your Kid to Work Day, and
Yeah.
like it was signed by Chell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that was the. She was a real person, even at the very end of the game. Because I'm pretty sure you guys don't care if I talk about it, right?
Played Portal 2 a lot.
Well, I'm asking more William.
Yeah. No, I played Portal 2.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
if you recall at the end, she said, thanks to you, I found the file where she lives.
Inside my brain.
Yeah.
And
now I
that
deleted
immediately
it.
defeated her.
And deleted it. I am now free to experiment as I wish.
I absolutely love like the fact that like, god damn it, like I have tried to kill you so many times, but I have failed. Just go. Just get out of my life. I am tired and I just want you gone.
I'm sure
Fuck
that
off.
would have been the moment where if Shell could speak, it would have been, you really should have just offered this from the start. I would have just walked right out of this building and never bothered you again, you psycho. Robot. I would have just left. You could have cut your losses so much sooner.
It's like that one meme I showed you guys a while ago where it's like the giant monster at the bottom of a valley and then an adventurer rocks up and the giant monster's like, what? I'm just sitting here. What do you want from me?
It's a green hag and it's from the artist Pockets, who's a really good artist.
I love that
I can
shit.
definitely see, like in the image you've shown here, that may actually have been a design element, but I don't think it's meant to be like that just is it directly, so much as they just vaguely did that with the curves during design, or maybe it's accidental, because there's quite a bit having to go on here to make it work. So probably not. It may have just been an incidental thing, because the design is also just very robot eye arm thing.
You good?
Yeah, sorry, my voice gave out for a second there.
I thought you had like burped or something.
Yeah. I had a voice crack. Welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play. I don't know, Rick.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
Oh, God.
I love that.
Oh, I actually have to crack my voice regularly to do Nervous Fortune. Like, to do it properly, because her voice cracks when she's nervous. She goes up like 2 octaves, and her voice cracks.
I remember somebody saying something about the voice actor saying like, you don't have to use the Morty voice all of the time, like in all the other media the actor's in.
Oh yeah, he always does the Morty voice.
Yeah, Justin Roiland, yeah.
It's like the only voice he knows.
There's only two voices that I repeat across characters, and that is Ace Lyson and Lady Shadowweave. Yeah, and Lady Shadowweave. But of course, as time goes, I've only ever played as Lyson, so Lady Shadowweave only exists in concept. And even then, I'd probably bring her more to like, oh, I'm Lady Shadowweave, the Raven Flockus. Like, smooth it out a bit. If I was to actually do Raven Flockus. Make it even more just fucking edge. And keep his Lysa more nasally like this. Just, hello, I'm his Lysa. If I was gonna differentiate them, but I don't think I'll ever play Lady Shadowweave. Lady Shadowweave was a joke that Payday may play one day, probably. And the other one is the Mr. Kret voice. Gets utilized the... Yes, hello, I'm Morency Stilventus Kret. Charmed, I'm sure. That one, it gets utilized all over the place. That one's definitely the most used freaky voice with different accents.
I think my most used is like the slightly higher pitched voice I make with like the mild British accent for like women.
No, I think your most used one is the oh, what is this one that you do. That you used to play every disgruntled guy in every campaign.
Every what guy?
Disgruntled guy. Just disgruntled guy voice that you do.
Maybe.
The loose jowls voice. No, I don't know. It's definitely, yeah, it's definitely up there with it. It's when you do a lot. And then we have like the wretch voice, which is literally my imperfect cell. Just hey, how's it going? Of course, for wretch I go even higher. Where it's cell, I try to go a bit lower and softer, but it's not much different. So it's negligible. But my voice is also giving out right now for some reason.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen VR the Champions, but it's like it's a real or not VR the Champions. VR accounting.
I have
It's
not.
a VR game made by like the people who made Rick and Morty. And it's like you can tell it's a very early VR game. And it's there's a part where you're like in a forest and this thing pops out of a tree and starts swearing at you, telling you to fuck off. And it's just Morty. It's just Morty telling you to piss off, get out of his home.
You know, it's Justin Roiland's favorite voice.
Uh,
It's probably his producer's favorite voice too.
God, that industry is like I'm just thinking like in Troy Baker and like Yuri Lowenthal, just how many people voice like nearly every character.
Christopher Sabat.
Christopher Sabat, yes.
And there's also Liam O'Brien. He voices every video game dude ever.
I like Liam.
But
you can always tell that it's him.
Yeah, him and Travis.
Because it's always the exact same voice. And like I didn't even know it was him until like I watched like the first season of Critical Role. It's like it's just the voice of Vaxeldan.
I started to notice he was everywhere in video games more when he did like this thing where he played Elder Scrolls Online with Laura Bailey. And he was walking around and he heard an NPC speaking, said, "Wait a second, is that me? I think I found myself." And that's when I realized, wait a second, and I started thinking about like background character voices, and paying more attention to him while playing other video games, he's fucking everywhere. He's voiced so many background characters.
Yeah, it's because his voice is like this very raspy, very distinct voice that he does.
I don't even mean like I hear it. I mean like Well, I hear it, but it's not all the same voice. He does different voices. But I also
I
like
think,
looked
like-
into it. He's just fucking
Yeah.
everywhere.
I think like 4 of the Critical Role cast are in that game God Hand.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Poor God Hand. It should have done so much better, but it got like marketing destroyed.
It got
demarketed.
destroyed in like reviews because people were like, "What the hell is this? How do I play this? This is so complicated."
Oh, that sucks.
It's like people because it was like the first ever game of its kind, where like it was a beat 'em up behind the shoulder with more, and there could be like up to like 15 guys attacking you at the same time, and people just couldn't deal with that.
So it was the first like
Like-
Bayonetta-esque game.
Kind of, yeah.
It was
Except
like
it was
the start
like
of that Bayonetta.
the camera was like
Revengeance.
entirely way too close, and like the
Yeah.
the customization for like the combos were insane.
Ooh.
Like you could every single move he had, like from straight punch, kick, like roundhouse, all that stuff. You could change which came in which order.
Okay, here's what they need to do. Graphical update, re-release it. You'll make a fucking fortune in today's market.
I mean, some of the jokes they make in that game, I'm
Don't
get like,
care. 1-to-1, port them all in. Doesn't fucking matter. Do it.
fucking. Oh my god.
I don't care if you have to up the rating to AO. Fucking do it.
There's a video. I don't remember who it's from. Like, it's also a crushingly hard game because there's actually a meter that, like, the better you do, it goes up, and like the enemies get like way smarter.
They go harder on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the reactive, dynamic
like they're-
difficulty, which they put
Yeah.
in Left 4 Dead 2 and 1 in Left 4 Dead. I like that idea. I actually really like that. It's like the better you are at the game, the harder the game gets. The worse you are at the game, the worse it gets. And that also, that's really cinematic. That's really good if you're like trying to do like the overly anime, like oh we meet again moment. Because like if you start fucking around, the enemies will start fucking around, and that lets you get away with fucking around.
From what I understand, like, because I never actually played the game, like, it goes hard. Like, you are.
Well,
like, if you get to, like, the
way you described
best,
is
like,
it's a bar, so that means it goes a little bit at a time. Does the bar drop if you do worse?
I think if you die, it goes down, yeah.
Oh, it should. Too bad it's not if you get hit. If you get hit and just start screwing up.
I
goes
think
down
it might be that, yeah.
If it is, then that's
It-
actually really good for keeping the game cinematic, while also keeping it skill based.
Yeah, like it's apparently it actually gets obscene at later things because like enemies can just one shot you like almost immediately, even at like full health and defense.
That might actually hurt it then if it's just number blow based on your performance.
No, like they use more skills. They like block, dodge. The enemies are much
I
smarter.
know, but
It's
you're saying that they just start one-shotting you if you get the bar too high, and that makes me think does it just number bloat them after they get smart to a certain point?
I don't know. I might be completely wrong about
Yeah.
that, but let's see.
Because what Oblivion did is not difficulty scaling; it's padding children. So
Yeah, there's a video out there where like, because people thought it was like it's just some shitty beat 'em up, but no, it was like the first of like the Devil May Cry or like the because like it was it was one of the first ever made platinum games. So like there is a video out there made by someone who played it like within the first year of just disgusting combos. Of just like this guy getting like juggling like 15 dudes for like a full minute and a half, and it's like hilarious. just what you can do in this game.
Like I said, in today's market, that game would sell. If it lets you do all that shizness and has all that depth and polish, because that is something you just can't get anymore, that people actively want. That's something you have to, like, look at an indie title for and then wait 10 years being drop-fed little bits of content, but the game is ruined for you over those 10 years because you've just been playing those little droplets to death over the 10 years. So, yeah, I think that game would do really well if they just re-released it with polished up graphics. Or hell, if they just did like a marketing campaign saying, this is a game that exists, this is what it does, try it. Just put ads for it. Just literally...
I will say that, like, it would be like the thing that you hate the most, though, where it's like, yeah, a lot of the jokes are very much products of their time.
Well, that's
but,
what
like,
I'm saying.
Yeah, it's
Don't
hilarious.
censor it. Just throw it out there anyway. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Just do it. Just do it. Stop being cowards. You're being all safe and you're losing money. Just fucking do it. Just throw it out there again. Literally, next E3 or whatever, announce your new game and then say, and now we're gonna take a moment to remember an old gem that was worked really hard on that got kind of buried due to the timing of when it came out. I present God Hand, and it just shows all of the bullshit going down and just all that can be done. But they wouldn't do that, because whatever game they announced before it is probably going to be laughably shallow by comparison. Like, just fucking do it. Just hurt someone. It's okay. You don't have to be everyone's friend. No one needs everybody. Just hurt someone for a joke. Just do it.
Well, I mean, that's the...
Just fucking do it, please.
The thing is, that is, like, the very basic concept of a joke. Like, you cannot have a joke unless someone is suffering.
Pretty much.
Because, like, that is literally what comedy is. It is pain plus time.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, and that's all the nut shots in the universe, this game.
Yeah, there is a literal spank bitches button in this game. You fight women, and your finisher against like half of them is to literally put them over your knee and spank them like 10 times, with the last one sending them into the fucking stratosphere.
You see, this is the shenanigans. This is the bullshit that we need.
Here's another one. Much better,
I just want somebody to do something. Everyone's trying so hard to be everybody's friend, and to not hurt anybody's feelings, and to not make any noise, or to splash at all, that nothing gets done. Please, somebody do something. Anything, just make something. Stop. Put the knife down. You've made it. It's done. Put the knife down. Don't cut anything. Just make it. Just make it and send it out. Just do it. And you there carving pieces off something that already exists and like sewing your weird shit into it. Stop. Take that weird shit, put it on another table, sew it together, and then make some more weird shit and sew in the gaps and put that out. Now, make your own thing. It'll be better. I promise. I promise it'll be better if you just make your own thing that is completely made of the thing you're trying to make and not unnaturally sewn onto the corpse of another thing. I promise. If you make it custom, it'll be better.
What the fuck? I think my cat just knocked something off the counter.
put the
I
sewing
don't want to
kit.
get up and look.
Uh, no one makes things anymore. Everyone's afraid to.
Alrighty then. So should we go ahead and get started?
Yes. If
Now that we're in an hour and a half in.
yeah, payday, comical.
Sure, I guess. I hope my internet
Yeah.
stays alive.
Just the two of them listening to us bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much, but I'm cool with that. After all, you guys have interesting conversations, and most of my rants go into anime, waifu, husbando, bullshit, and designs.
Payday, that's important.
Oh,
Like
well,
we just
yes.
podcast for an hour every session.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
And I'm just here. I don't have anything else. I don't have anything interesting to say. I'm just here.
Well, comical, we can fix that. We need to find you some obsessions.
Trust me, when we get into a topic, then all of a sudden it's something you really like. That's when you'll start talking about it. I didn't think I had one until
Okay,
Freaky started
everyone.
me on a couple series.
On what?
On the what series?
I said on a couple of series,
Oh.
like Fate's Day Night.
Ugh.
Those fuckers.
Oh, I got
Oh.
Payday talking about things.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for like the Queen of England to become a Fate character.
I think she
Please,
already
Please,
is.
she already is.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Surely-
She's been.
I think they
she's-
released that like 2 days after she died. Like they had
No.
it at the ready.
Queen Elizabeth, oh my god.
Yeah, it's gonna say you didn't know.
Or did they do it before she was
No.
even dead, or what?
Oh my god,
I know
she's
they
a
have.
saber. So she's a saber class. Oh, 4-star.
But does she have corgis?
Oh wait, hang on. That's I don't know if that's actually.
It might be Queen Elizabeth II.
Yeah, because they had a different queen in there, not this particular one.
Now I'm thinking about the Scottish Pokemon trainer memes with the. Alright, so the leader of the final challenger is in the castle. In here, welcome, trainer, to your final challenge. And her 2 level 100 corgis. Oh, that makes me sad now.
I think is she. Hang on.
That was like one of the most charming of the Scottish Pokemon trainer memes. Just the queen and her corgis are the final boss of the game.
Oh no, it's there's an Elizabeth Bathory. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, not her. No, she is not. No, that is
Yeah,
the
I
one
don't think
who.
I don't think that.
No. That was the one who would cut and bleed young women and
Yeah,
bathe in their blood to believe that it would give her youth.
One of the original inspirations for Dracula. Yeah.
No, not Dracula. She was a serial killer that inspired Carmilla.
No, I'm saying like she was one of the inspirations for it, because like it was Vlad Tepes was the number one.
I like that the faceless is just creeping through the doorway and staring at me nonstop because I drew it. That's what Berlin saw, or Berlin Duran saw. Oh, Berlin never sees it, poor guy. He's met Duran. Who knows? Maybe it could happen. He'll think about it too much one day.
But alrighty. So,
I am
who remembers what happened last session?
As per usual, I am an impending, walking, one-man pandemic of psionic infection, waiting to happen. We had our meeting with the council, and it dragged on really long, and we were waiting to be acknowledged to give our information, but it never happened, so we gave our information, and they got mad and said, "Why didn't you tell us earlier?" We called them out on how we had to wait for 5 hours because he wanted to talk about tax mitigation.
Yeah, the your companions or the ambassadors were waiting to like have that at towards the end. Because
Then
like
Go on.
I was just gonna say, because like the Tritons didn't know you were gonna talk about that.
And in the background, Ghost and I were talking about what could be at the store that we could want to buy without having to get the fucking permit.
Yeah.
So we did that in the background. Also, unknowns to Fortune, Awen's just been eating honey and bread again, out of habit.
I sense a disturbance in the force. I make my psionic subclasses, and everyone I know who tries it out keeps making like Jedi and Sith. I'm just sitting here like, man, I just wanted to make a proxy of the Slender Man with this.
I guess you're not like the other D&Ders.
I made it to specifically knowing that people would want to live out their Jedi fantasies, so it's fine. Like, I knew people would want that, so I made sure to put stuff in it for them. I kept the wording vague enough to where both could be done.
But yeah, so keep going.
We did some partial shopping, like I said. Duran had a fucking attack, but was able to, you know, get through it.
No one else heard it besides Fortune.
She just sort of saw him stand up in the, or not stand up, sit up in the night and stare at the door and like almost mutter something. And then he stared for like 30 minutes. He wasn't like screaming or anything. He was just sort of like staring intensely for like 20-something minutes. And then eventually slowly laid back down and went back to sleep. So, yeah. That was it was a very weird. It was very weird, but no reason for her to raise an alarm or anything like that. She'll ask him about it in the morning.
And after that?
Fuck, I'm trying to remember. I mean, we did tell them about Doros Garrison and all of that. We got them all up to speed. I'm trying to remember so hard, but...
Did you just... Are you trying to eat me? What the hell?
Meat.
She's gnawing on my arm through my shirt.
Let's see. I was having a chat with Smolder about... Let's see. I know I left him some white phosphorus. I don't think I actually talked to him about much. He did appear at the meeting.
Though only you were able to see him.
Yeah. So I think that's all the meeting stuff. Then we went to the Smith's house.
Yeah.
I knew Willie was waiting for it. I was blue balls in there. And we met his kid, who is a little shit for now, but will not always be. We met the Smith, who apparently just has so many magic items and shit laying around, he just throws them at visitors for funsies. They did have to drain the house of water for reasons.
To be fair, she had a cause that was similar that he could relate to, so giving it to her the item was kind of a nice little You do well. You're doing good.
He also gave Fortune an item that'll let her do terrible things, terrible, horrible,
Imaginable things.
Oop, that's not what I wanted to click. I didn't want to click that, but what is it? Economy breaking things. So yeah, that happened.
I mean, as long as you have the thing, anyways.
That's not hard, William.
Hey,
When you're just
murder Orion.
True. Don't even need to murder Orion. Literally, Orion will come back, and all Fortune has to do is talk about how much she likes the tarp and how it's been so helpful and how she's gotten so many great things done, and he'll probably just say, "Oh, you keep it, Fortune."
Even though he absolutely loves that fucking
Bat's eyelashes. There it is, little shit kid.
thing.
He does
Just that look of, what the
Yes,
fuck do you want?
excellent little shit kid energy. Look out, he's got a knife.
What's that you got there? A knife!
That fish
No!
boy. That there fish boy has a knife. But and a bow.
He gives me the vibes of that little devil kid from the Nightmare Before Christmas, the one that dressed in the devil costume.
Yeah, of the 3 little trick-or-treater kids. Of
Mhm.
Oogie Boogie's crew. His wife is very fishy.
The wife's very pretty.
That woman is very thin. I think the smith does all the cooking in the house, but he never stops working. Family starves. He keeps the food locked up in his work shed. Says that if he doesn't cook it, it's not good enough.
Oh, that's fucked.
But he works for 4, even 5 days at a time sometimes.
Where to eat plankton?
So we did meet with the smith, and we were talking about Doris Garrison and what he knew about it.
Which
really like
wasn't
this
much.
Yeah,
I really like the Smith's artwork. It's very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
This art I did get commissioned. A while ago, though.
I remember you talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you showed it to me at least once. Before this.
Yeah, Kagas and Atron were not commissioned, though. I just got those off the internet.
Yeah. I could tell because they're all different art styles. And
Yeah.
your child has weapons. Willie, the smith wouldn't let his child be that heavily armed at his age, come now. Or would he? Not no.
No, it's more like William. That's not a proper knife. Where's the inscriptions? Where's the detail? Where's the fine tuning that he would never allow his child to not have?
Dad, you don't understand. It doesn't need all that to stab someone. Sure. Have no son.
It's about sending a message. Who did it?
But all the inscriptions can make it even more sharp. You don't understand. I could make it sharp enough to cut your soul.
Why don't you, Dad?
Because you won't give me the fucking knife.
I need it to work.
I love our group.
You're 6. What work do you have?
Grim work.
Stop cutting your sister's teddy bears.
You don't understand. I have contracts out on them.
Dark grim work. Paper.
I can never let down a client.
Anyways. But yeah, eventually, yeah, you guys, he took you all into his own bottle, his own genie's respite.
Oh, it feels awful. It's so dry.
And what?
It's so dry because it's plane of air.
I mean, to be fair, I would imagine that the plane of fire would be much, much more dry.
Yes. I mean, all the elemental planes that aren't the plane of water are much, much more dry, but none of them as dry as the quasi-elemental plane of salt.
Oh my god, Salt Genie.
They kind of exist, yeah.
God, that must be horrifying.
It's me. I am the king of the salt genies. I am the salt sultan. I'm the Sultan, William. I am the Sultan. The fact that none of you are laughing disgusts me.
I'm laughing.
No,
I'm just not laughing out loud.
I'm salty.
Plus, I'm
about
also kind of. Oh, his. God damn it. Comical's Discord broke again.
Did you guys know I think about and prepare like character beats for sessions 2 days in advance? It's like all I think about for those 2 days. And that's why it throws me off so fucking hard when we have to cancel.
Yeah.
That's how sad my life is, apparently.
I'm sorry.
That's not your fault.
Let's see. We might have to end this one if Comical can't get back in.
For now, we can turn this into a podcast again.
Yeah, you can.
Let's see.
Why do Tritons have hair?
I don't know.
I think I know. Because...
Independent evolution?
No.
Heat?
It's because they're sea elves that got trapped on the plane of water and adapted.
I don't think... Because they don't get Elvish. They're not elves.
That's because they've long changed. They've been there for a very long time. Same as the Gith with the my brain, please work. Limbo. Limbo and Pandemonium. Like, elves are actually incredibly adaptive creatures that are found.
No, I'm looking at the Forgotten Realms Wikipedia. Their god literally created them out of water from the elemental plane of water.
Which ones are the fucking sea elves that got trapped for a long ass time in Big Games of Wings?
What, Freaky?
Which ones are the sea elves that got trapped?
I don't
Plane
know.
of water changed because one of them got. Oh.
Nereids?
Wait, no. Okay, I found it. Okay, it was talking about there's a lot of similarities between the Tritons and gnomes.
Okay.
Alright, I see what's happening. They really could have worded that differently, because that dragged on way too long and started to look like actual lore, not a imagine if you will moment.
Oh yeah, the very first paragraph. Yeah, I see.
That is also part of it, but
Imagine if elves spent a few centuries far beneath the sea, where their arrogance and pretension could grow undisturbed. Damn. At least try and spend that time fighting Sahagin and worse, so you know you can count on them in a fight. That's great.
I don't know. The Sahagin and shit are on the material plane. Can we really count on them? In large numbers of that.
Let's see. Huh, weird. Tritons weren't in 4th edition. Or at least there wasn't any art for them.
4th edition was weird.
God, Tritons are ugly in 3rd edition. They're also just mermaids in 1st edition.
Makes sense. I think there were male mermaids in 1st edition. Was what was happening. It was like male mermaids were called Tritons.
Maybe.
I think that is not backed by anything concrete.
Tritons are known to weave pieces of coral or metal into their hair for emergency use as bludgeons.
I
I
that would be
mean,
very effective.
kind of reminds me of something else, but okay.
Let's see. Here's this one. It's not the one I wanted to find, but it's very similar, like almost to it.
Oh, the bombs.
The titty bombs.
Oh, goblins have no curves, only death.
We do maintain a very strict hair regimen, though. That way we can hide the knives and the scars, from all the knives.
Have fun.
That is fucking stupid. I love it. Let's see.
I love the shoe knives.
Many.
Always gotta have a shoe knife.
Oh yeah, the knife that you can
Gotta have my boot knife.
kick someone with.
Yeah, boot knife. Boot knife.
I absolutely love Bale Buddy. This the fucking elf kissing booth free. Ask about our other services.
No one wants to fuck the elves.
Have you ever read the comic The Orc and the Elf?
From which thing? Like Ball
Let's
Buddy
see.
or
No,
like
it's
the elf orc?
Hang on.
Which thing? There's so much of that, William. That do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
Hang on. Let's see. This one. Like, just this elf princess goes and finds a random orc and just bothers him for days on end.
Ain't got no fridge. The damn elves.
Uh, and then, like, this one. Where, like, she's in the hole, and, like, he comes across her, and he's like, and she's like, "Oh, are you going to assault me now?" No, I just came over here because I heard someone banging on the wall for several hours, and I just wanted to see what was going on. Because it turns out she had knocked a hole in the wall specifically to trap herself in it. I don't know why, but like the thirsty elf memes are just
It's
hilarious.
because
I
usually
love them.
everyone wants to fuck the elves and everything else, so it's just no one wants to fuck the elves. It's funnier. Oh, here's this one. Yeah, I just finished my love potion. Who's gonna make love you? Myself. Just, jeez. How sad. Oh, that meme is funny, but it's Better Call Saul related, so I refuse to post it because Ghost will lose his shit for a week straight.
There you go. Wait a minute. Huh. The princess ran away again. That was supposed to be the Imgur thing with like, oh yeah, here's the whole comic series, but for some reason it only did the one. Let's see.
Wow.
I have a feeling his Discord's just dead.
Yeah, I think so.
I love that. Who are you gonna make love? Myself?
Here's
working
like
on
a full thing. And then I think you might like this one, Freaky.
Apparently, I am comical. I saw
I don't
this
know
one.
why I said
Yeah.
comical.
This one with the, yeah. That one's very funny. I can't watch any of these videos right now. The stream's going and the copyright hell will fucking burst
You
and
might,
Oh, yeah.
you might
annihilate
as well
me.
stop it. There's nothing left unless we're just gonna do a chat.
Do what?
Unless we're doing a podcast.
No. God damn it.